2020, and tonight is a very important night because it's the first time we've all met with legs on. So our writing group began, and we got to know each other over Zoom, and we got to trust each other, and we became great friends virtually. And out of that came some writing. And what we did was we started with exercise to warm us up. Judith had us all trying things out each week, different scenes. And from that came the writing that we'd like to share a little of with you tonight. Judith.
Thank you. Okay, so my writing today is about Career Day, because I think as not only as a woman, but in today's society, thanks to COVID, we wear so many hats, and we have to do the job of everybody sometimes. And I figured that night I wanted to get back into everybody's younger self and think about the job that you always wanted to do when you was younger, but unfortunately ended up doing something else. So I wrote a piece, and it's entitled "How I Became a Famous Singer." I think I was at my last that day. It felt like the world was against me. I felt judged, wasn't making the right decisions, and I did the only thing that I knew, sing. Today again, I'm being judged, questioned, and need to defend myself. I have an interview to go to set the record straight. My press manager has been really good. She doesn't update me or have anyone in my circle revealing the lies and the bad reputation being set out there about me. But the truth can't be hidden anymore. Tainted, twisted, but not hidden. I know what they say about me. They caught me red-handed a few times. I'm not going to deny the drugs, the addiction, and the abuse. I'm going to explain to them what fame does. The ride to the studio was quiet. I just needed a moment of peace. I wanted to drown the silence with music. I was so tired of being told what to do and how to act, and they knew that I knew they were worried. I was a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. But they still didn't know me. So when I get interviewed by Oprah, the truth would be expected. It was so exciting to see her, considering all we have heard about her. She's humbling and stunning too. Her reputation precedes her. She made me so relaxed, but I had an agenda. The truth. The prime questions I was prepared for as I laid myself bare to the public. The drugs, I explained, I could do without. But my music, my voice, was my essence. I got discovered on a train. The story out there was I was lucky, but I wasn't. My first love broke my heart. And no matter how old you are, it still hurts. My love ended us because he was ashamed of me and my parents. They were poor, and my mom was a cleaner. I can't be ashamed or abandon them because of a guy. I did choose him over them a few times, but my mom, she was my rock. She taught me in hard times and good times, sing. I grew up not able to express myself with words, but with a melody. My neighborhood oftentimes heard me belching a tune or two, but when I was sad, and the only times the tears come is when I opened my voice. I sang on that 2:15 p.m. train, not to be heard, but to release the pain of a broken heart. The truth of what motivates and defines me still. That's what led to my discovery and what separates me from the other singers. I may have lost my way by misusing my fame and doing drugs, but when I step on that stage, I deliver and connect to the rhythmic melodies hidden in a heart and only a song can release. I needed the world to know I didn't shortchange them when I sang. I fell short when I did drugs, allegedly. And that's how I became a famous singer.
Hello. So what inspired me to write this little piece is my cooking skills. I just love cooking. And growing up, my grandma taught me how to cook really well. It's called Hot and Spicy. It's 1 p.m., very sunny, bright and hot. My sister is visiting, and I'll be cooking my favorite food of all. I always love to cook my favorite dish. It tastes so yummy and delicious. I cook it with some lamb chops marinated overnight to give it a real kick. It can be quite spicy, but not so much hot. The aroma and flavors smells amazing. I cook it with rice and some tomatoes. When it's all cooked and ready, the color looks dark red. I love to have it with side dish, fried plantain and some hot spicy chicken wings. I cannot tell you how excited I feel eating my favorite food. It's lovely.
Hi, I chose a piece which I call Duet. I'm a musician, not a famous singer, Judith, but I'm a musician, and music is never very far from my thoughts. Playing music is innately about community and communication. Taking part in this group has meant that thinking about words and writing is now too never far from my thoughts. Preparing for this evening, I reread my piece and I had a few thoughts. Where are the duets? Are they on Mars, or is the girl in her bedroom at home? A little girl meets a stranger on Mars. They discover a mutual love of music. So, music is, well, yeah, it was really nice, I like it, she said. It nodded sagely. Yeah, actually it's amazing. It makes me dance like this. It nods again. It has so many wonderful sounds in it, like violins, wooden instruments that sound like something from space, and voices. They come from the air and surround me, whoosh, like a shooting star. It starts to smile as the girl mimes playing a violin. The music starts slow and then gets faster like this. She crawls slowly, low to the ground like a lizard, gradually getting faster and faster till she is bouncing like a rabbit over the basalt rocks. It stands up and walks towards her. She stops. Oh no, has she offended it? But it isn't berating her for jumping on its rocks. Instead, it bends down and copies her movements, crouching low down onto the ground like a lizard, then jumping and flying high over the muddy surface of Mars, throwing up dust. She starts giggling and jumps and chases after it, in and out of craters, blowing up stardust. It mirrors her, miming the violin. She whirls around in the cloud and starts to sing. It stops dead, raises its hands up into the black sky above them, and joins in.
One of the exercises that we set ourselves was to warm up thinking about different senses. So smell, taste, sight, hearing, touch. Then we all chose one, and I chose touch, and this is what happened. It was the first time I wept for her touch. She'd left us long before she died, maybe as long as 3 years earlier, but not gone completely. She could sometimes drift back through a crack in her brain into reality and know me and her little granddaughter India. Eventually she drifted away completely, leaving first a shell of a body and then departing completely. It was April when we buried her, and my belly was already ripe with new life. The girl who would carry my mother's name as one of her own. I was so focused on that new being and caring for the toddler who was already in our lives. In the months after Sky was born, I was completely absorbed in the world of these two little creatures, helping them to know each other, staying strong and capable for all of us, not letting the sadness into my heart mix with the happiness of these months. Then one night, maybe about 2 years later, kneeling by the bath as usual, as the two of them giggled and splashed, I picked up the sponge and rubbed soap into it. I squeezed and let the froth run down my wrist and forearm, and then kneeled up to reach Sky's tiny back. The bubbles covered her skin, oozing through my fingers. I circled the sponge gently. As I did so, I started to feel the circle on my own back, the memory and comfort of that loving movement. I melted. I was feeling my mother's soaping my own back. We were travelling through time, through the years. I was overwhelmed and began to sob. The two little ones looked up at me with puzzled faces, their own lips quivering at seeing Mama cry. Don't worry, little ones, it's all right. I just got a message from my mama to tell me that it's time for me to remember her and I'm allowed to miss her. My grieving had just begun.
Ladies, my name is Rebecca. I chose this space because we had a warm-up exercise about favorite food, and we have to go deep in my imagination when I was little, how it tastes like, how it felt like. So I chose mango, juicy mango. So let's go for it. Oh yes, the mango tree. The mango tree is full. It's ready to be shaken. All the boys, men, allowed to come the mango tree. Girls, ladies, moms, auntie, bring your bucket. Get ready. And then men come up. 1, 2, 3, allez, back. 1, 2, 3, again, back. Ladies, back. Oh yes, mango rain. Wait back. The men come, shake the mango tree. 1, 2, 3, shake. 1, 2, 3, shake. It's the mango rain, mangoes. Yes, the mango rain. Yummy, yummy, juicy. Come on, ladies, bring your bucket. Here, here. The street smells sweet, so yummy. A quick wash and ready to eat. My hands are ready. My mouth can't wait. Yellow, soft, smooth, juicy. Thank you, mango tree. Thank you.
I'd just like to invite everybody now to say that this is edition 1. And for edition 2, it's open to anyone who wants to send in your writing to our website, or we have an Instagram. So there's details on our website, which is writeonharingey.com. I've got that right, so we'll check that. So anyways, yeah, so do feel free. It'd be great to, it's open to everyone to send in writings, it'd be lovely. And we'd just like to say a very, very quick thank you to Lucy and Ruth from Haringey Welcome for your invitation to collaborate. And we're really proud. It's been really fun, and we're really proud of what we've achieved. And we'd like to give David Pitt, our book designer, a big thank you as well. Thanks everyone.